I'm Virginia McGathey here on the floor at the CME Group reporting on the grain market today. Soybeans were really steady. The sideways trade is really a positive for the future, so it's keeping it the head above water to keep it from any more slide, even after the fact that the White House reported that they were going to increase tariffs up over $500 billion. That's a huge number, but I think that we've now been able to take some of these remarks from the White House in stride, and the market's been able to hold up, so thank goodness for that. The USDA crop ratings are still higher than a year ago, and the Fed chair is actually saying that they're going to raise the rates in spite of this tariff war, so that's kind of keeping the market a little bit in check. We know that we've had some new lows. The market has come off its low, pretty decently to kind of hold it up here. That's why just this sideways move is having a lot of the traders, relieved a little bit that this thing hasn't slid even more. But they're going to be very cautious as the trend still remains to the downside, and they're watching closely what everyone else is doing. Now, the corn is somewhat higher. Technical buying did really lift some of the futures, and so it's kept the market to a steady climb for the fifth day in a row, and the futures are really starting to eye that 20-day moving average, which is 374 on the December contract. It's a little bit of ways yet, but this market looks like pretty strong, and it's going into the weekend strong here in the middle of the summer. Now, but there's a little bit of fun with little fundamental news. It gives some of these technical traders the green light to go ahead and trade off of technical numbers, and it's keeping the market up a little bit higher. So that's good for the corn side. Wheat, on the other hand, was really soaring today. It surged higher. The counter trend rally really has been gaining some momentum. We're up 15 cents. The market started to come back a little bit and then surged again towards the close here. We're fresh off 11-year low. Also, the world stocks with a little bit of a reduction. That's kind of bullish. The U.S. dollar index also moved a little bit lower, even in spite of the president talking about the U.S. dollar being very strong. So it's kind of interesting that we had all these counter moves, but wheat seems to be the one market in the grains that actually started to take off today. So it looked very strong ending this week. So we'll see what happens next week, but we got to take it a day at a time here in this market. The weather market is still an issue. It is going to be hot and dry, but overall the crop ratings are pretty good. That's all from the floor at the CME Group here in Chicago. I'm Virginia McGathey.